Get ripped off by credit repair companies when I can give you the information you need to do it yourself for free.
Herb K was right. His free information helped me stop the calls and settle my debt.
What have you got to lose? Stop the calls now, get out of debt, and have more money. Get Herb K's #1 debt secret absolutely free now.
Call 800-610-0450. That's 800-610-0450. 800-610-0450.
Everybody's talking at me.
My guest, Jim Kouri, and so many good stories. Hey, you got to go to Examiner.com, #1. Read about the Dump Squad Street Gang, indicted on a total of 29 charges. That story we didn't get to. Victor Ramos, Mexican citizen, he's been extradited here to found guilty, stand trial. I'm not going to get to the violation of the Hatch Act, because we've kind of covered that one before, but here's the one that I teased the listeners with a little bit. Puerto Rico, what is this about all these new birth certificates, Jim?
Oh, well, you know, because the island of Puerto Rico is ripe for illegal aliens to enter. Once they enter, they purchase phony birth certificates, which they may be phony, but they look legitimate. And what they're doing is they're having all their citizens in Puerto Rico get new birth certificates. In other words, the old ones will no longer be accepted as bona fide identification. They're going to start with the military, as I understand it. We do have a large base in Puerto Rico, but eventually they're going to get around to just about everyone who got a birth certificate in the past.
Big question here.
And the reason for that is because they're having a problem with illegal aliens coming into their country, and from Puerto Rico they have their birth certificate. That's all you need to get to the mainland United States. You don't need a passport to go from Puerto Rico to New York or whatever city you want to go to. And they're using these birth certificates, these false birth certificates, to gain access to the mainland United States. And
now, here's a question
with the population in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Here's a question for you, because in your story, you're saying that people can apply for a new certificate online, and you give the online address. What would happen if Jim Kouri went to that online and said, okay, I need a new birth certificate? I mean, are they really going to check you that thoroughly? I mean, do you have to put your little footprint on there? You know what I'm saying?
I believe that they are really going to check. I don't think they're going to go through this. It's an expensive process. As I said, the military is involved in it. And, you know, as far as government agencies, if the military is in charge of it, it has more a chance of success than a civilian agency was in charge of it.
Now, as I get ready to leave you, let me tell the listeners that Jim wrote this story, Medicare Fraud, Waste and Abuse, Exposed in a New Report. And he starts out, if you think health care is expensive now, wait until it's free. And that's a quote by P.J. O'Rourke, right?
Right, right.
And that's a very, very interesting story there, Jim. And we are out of time. You know, you and I, we're going to have to just, I guess, get some, like, 3 hours and just spend 3 hours and go through all your stuff, you know. So the best place to go is Examiner.com, is that correct?
Yeah, Examiner.com or Reviews.com. Examiner.com has all my columns.
Fantastic. Look forward to our next visit. Jim Kouri.
Thanks a lot. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Hey, tomorrow, Andrew McCarthy, he's one of the top terrorist prosecutors, author of the best-selling book, The Grand Jihad. Rick Oatman, media director for CAPS. Here they go. They're going to try to get amnesty through an executive order. John W. Spring, we're going to talk about the 60th anniversary of the Korean War. Karen Harned, executive director, National Federation of Independent Business. Here they go again. Smoke and mirrors, bait and switch. They're going to try to call the health care plan a tax and get out of any challenges of it being unconstitutional. Very interesting. Hey, thank you very much, Paul Stern. Until tomorrow, Chuck Wilder saying thanks for listening ever so much. And slower traffic, please. Keep to the right.
Which was most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio shows sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN